I am doing Desperate Housewives next. I have 14 characters. Lynette is my favorite character. I know Felicity Hoffman is not a good person, but Lynette is fake. So, um, but Lynette is just the one that carried that show. She was Felicity Hoffman is so talented, and she played Lynette so well. Like Lynette carried herself in a really great way. She was so confident in herself. She was determined, she was brave, she was funny, she was strong. She was just like a powerful person. She was just amazing. And she was an amazing mom and wife and friend, and like she was just Felicity could do anything. And I feel like sometimes, like a show like Desperate Housewives, maybe the acting's a little cheesy or a little soap opera ish. But with Felicity, she never really took it too far with the drama, and she never made it Lynette like mocked Lynette in any way. And I like love Lynette. I just love her so much. Then Tom, Lynette and Tom are my favorite couple on the show. And what I love about Tom individually is that he respects Lynette so much, but he is also not one of those husbands that gets like torn apart and takes it. He stands up for himself all the time, and he is able to like demand respect from Lynette and from other people so well. And he's such a great husband, and he's such a great father. And Lynette and Thomas made a great team. Just, like they were just amazing together. Next is Brie. She was my favorite, and then she kept making me upset, so she went. Now she's still third, but kind of on the lower end of it now. But Brie is I don't think she's funny really, but I think that she grew the most, and that's what I loved about her is that she could, like when Andrew came out, she denied it, she was ignoring it, and then eventually it came to a place where she just had to learn to accept it because she loved her son. And if she didn't, he would not be in her life anymore. And so she grew so much, like as a human. And I love her. And I loved the episode where they buried Gabby's father. They killed, Carlos killed um, Gabby's father. And then they all bury him, stepfather. They all bury him together. And Brie is just so great in that scene, and she's great in the episodes after that, being like such a great friend, and like being so supportive and understanding, and like being on Gabby's side and being on Gabby's team the entire time. And then everyone turns on Brie, and I hate it so much. It's so dumb. But I just that was a moment that I just loved her in. Brie was just she was cold. She was very cold and unfeeling about what they did. But Gabby's stepfather was a horrible person, and I love that she was just like she hurt our friend. He hurt our friend, and I don't care that he's dead. Like she was just like over it. The everyone people feeling guilty about it, and I kind of Bree's just it's great. And then I loved Edie. I liked how real she was, and I liked how she caused a lot of problems. But in the end, she kind of was the voice of reason a lot of the time, and she did call people out on their stuff when they needed to be called out. And I loved her so much. Keith, honestly, I just really liked him with Brie. I think he brought out a really good side to her, and like had her relax. He was able to get Brie to relax and have fun. and I appreciate that. And then we have Carlos, who is amazing. I don't have Gabby on here because she annoyed me more than I liked her, but Carlos was just amazing husband. First of all, like he would do anything for Gabby. He was very attentive and sweet, and he just loved Gabby no matter what. And again, he is the one that killed Gabby's stepfather. And it was an accident. He didn't mean to kill him, but he did it. And he felt guilty about it. But at the same time, I love that he supported Gabby. He was always on her side and he protected her. And I just like that. And then you have Andrew. He was kind of up and down, but I was on his side a lot more than I was on Bree's side, honestly, for most of the problems that they were going through. I love his growth as well. He and Bree both grew so much, and I just loved watching it. Then we have Karen. I love Karen, Katherine Houston. I love her. She was so talented, and I love when she took the stand to help Bree. She's such a badass in that scene. Like if you watch this show, know that she's a badass, and I love her. And then Roy, rest in peace to Orson Bean and Katherine Houston. He and Karen were such a great couple. And Roy by himself, he gave so many great like quotes, and he had so many great speeches, and he was funny, and he was just like he grew and changed, and he grew to love Karen so much, and it was such a great relationship, and I loved watching it. Lee and Bob, the gay couple on the street, they were so much fun, but they were real, and they had um, great chemistry, and they were great fathers when they adopted their daughter. They were just such a great team, and I loved them so much. And then we have Danny and Angie, and I did like the family unit, but I didn't put the father in it because he was great with Danny and he was great with Angie, but he was kind of creepy when he was like around other people, like uh, Julie. He was creepy around her, so I didn't like him by himself. I liked him with Danny though. But I loved Danny and Angie's relationship. It was such a great mother son relationship, and I like Danny. He was a good man. He was a good guy. And then Ida, um, the actress who played her, died last year. But I love her and everything. That actress is so good. And Ida was just a sweet person, and I loved her. And I'm sad that her character was killed in the show, and now she's actually gone in real life. But yeah, that is all. Goodbye.